In this video, I'm going to be showing you the defensive rules you need to follow in eafc 24. These are simple unwritten rules in the game which if you deviate from, you concede a lot more goals and your defense would not be as strong as you want. But when you apply them and follow the rules, you notice a significant improvement in your defensive gameplay and it will be a lot harder to break through your defense. So by analyzing scenarios, I'll be explaining each rules to you, so make sure you watch this video to the end. The last one is a real game changer for keeping possession of the ball. So guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, and also if you want to buy cheap FC24 coin, make sure you check out whatsgaming.net. It's a secure site where you can purchase cheap FC24 coin, and if you use my code SAGEFC24 you get a 15% overall discount on your purchase. The link's in the description. So guys, the first defensive rule in FC24 is do not be attracted to the ball. What this means is that it's better to defend the spaces and cut the passing lanes by jockeying your player to intercept every passing option. Like you see in this video, instead of charging towards my opponent attacker and trying to win the ball back, which might make me fall for an easy skill move, I retain the position of my defender and try to block the passing lane, and then he had no choice but to distribute the ball around. But I still stuck with my game plan by not charging in for the tackle because this player hasn't taken any heavy touch. So whenever I make a pass, I quickly switch to the player closest to the ball and then jockey that player by holding your L2 and your sprint button towards the attacker. And then I was able to make him play a backward pass because there was no available pass, and then that whole attack came to a halt. And also in this case, he has two options. He's either going to sprint down the wing or he's going to try and cut back. But if I start sprinting down ahead of him, it would be really easy for him to make a cutback pass. So instead of being attracted to the ball and being dribbled past, what I do is patiently jockey my player around him and wait for him to make an heavy touch or a pass, and then when he made that pass, I was in perfect position to block it and win back possession. So guys, what I'm trying to say is that instead of being too attracted to the ball and overcommitting, watch out for the passing lanes, which are his players that are open, and try and move your defender to block those passes while still staying close enough to him. And when that pass is made, you can quickly switch your right stick to your closest defender and make an easy tackle. So guys, that's basically all for the first rule. So guys, the second defensive rule is always use your midfielders first before you use your defenders. If you want your defensive gameplay to be really solid, you have to always try and use your defensive midfielders or any of your midfielder available to try and win back the ball or cut those passing lanes, and use your center backs as a last resort. The pressure from your midfielder will make your opponent have to make a decision to either play a pass or continue moving with that player in the flank. As you see in this scenario, my opponent has Griezmann with the ball. Instead of engaging my back four, I first use my midfielder to chase him down to cut this passing lane here and make him make the decision to run down the wing. And once he's already sprinting, at this point it was cornered because both of his passing options were blocked. So it was very easy to jockey close to him, and then he chose to run down the flank, and then it was an easy shooter challenge by using the advanced defending to make him run the ball out of play. And for this next scenario, my opponent tried to recycle the play by taking the ball to the midfield, and then while I was trying to create space, it took a really heavy touch, and then I was able to switch to one of my midfielders and go in with a slide tackle and win back the ball. So guys, as you see, it's really important to use your midfielders to defend because you can win the ball really high up in the pitch, and then once you turn over possession with some few passes, you are in on goal and you can score. Make sure you always involve your midfielder when you're trying to defend, especially when you're still high up in the pitch. So guys, the third rule is only use the stand tackle when you're close enough to win the ball. One of the mistakes I see a lot of players make is spamming the stand tackle button, just pressing and hoping you get lucky to win the ball. Pressing the stand tackle button is not exactly a good thing because it actually freezes your player, and if you miss the tackle, your opponent can easily go around you or you might give away an easy penalty. What you want to do is try and win the ball with your jockey button and only press the stand tackle when chances of you winning the ball are really high. That means when you are very close to that player or directly opposite him. Like in this scenario where my opponent plays in a pass to his attacker, I retained my position because I knew at this point he had only one option: to try and charge into this space. And the moment he made that turn inwards, I instantly pressed my stand tackle button and won the ball. And also here, my opponent also got in a true pass and was trying to force his way through with the step over boost. But before he could get the ball away, I quickly switched with my right stick to my player closer to him and then went in for a stand tackle, and I was able to dispossess him easily. Also here, the only reason I was able to score this goal is because my opponent was not patient enough while using his jockey, and he fell for some easy footwork because he already pressed his stand tackle at this point. From here on, I can easily stroll to the goalpost and get my shot off. So make sure you're close enough to the ball before you press the stand tackle. If you are not close enough, do not use the stand tackle. This rule is very important, guys, very important, because this is why you fall for easy skill move and simple left stick dribbling, because you don't time the stand tackles and use it in situation where you shouldn't. And here again, take nothing away from the chance creation. That was a really good pass in, but the control was very poor, and I know at this point I won't be able to sprint straight down. Then I decided to come inward to this direction with my controlled sprint. At this point, what my opponent should do is come to this position while using the jockey button. If he just moves his defender slightly to this direction, I'll have no choice but to make a quick backward pass, or his defender will win the ball. He decided to perform a lazy stand tackle, and then with an easy change of pace with the sprint button, I was in on goal. So guys, there are 6 defensive rules I'll be sharing with you guys, but I don't want this tutorial to be too long and be boring for you to watch. So I'm going to make another video with the remaining 3 defensive rules in eafc 24. Make sure you follow these ones I've already mentioned. Honestly, if you do, I guarantee you see a solid improvement on how you defend and how you can keep your defense very compact and make it really hard for your opponent to break down your defense. So guys, that's all for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please leave a like. That will always help the channel. And also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please support this channel by smashing the subscribe button down below, and also turn the notification bell so when I release the part 2 of this tutorial, you get a notification and you'll be in the loop. So guys, thank you for watching. Until our next video, cheers.